Radio. Today is Wednesday, and we are here to discuss and continue discussing Fight Week as we have the big pay-per-view fight with Canelo Alvarez taking on the young Puerto Rican Edgar Berlanga right here in Las Vegas, happening Saturday night. Outside of that, we're going to be discussing David Benavidez's next fight. David Benavidez's next fight. And that is said to be December 14th is what Samson Lewickovic is reporting. And the rumored opponent is Jesse Hart. He seems to be the front runner. So we want to discuss our thoughts on a possible David Benavidez return. You know, he is recovering from some injuries. So, you know, is he going to be able to return on December 14th? And if that's the case, is he going to face Jesse Hart? And do you like the opponent of Jesse Hart for David Benavidez? Now, Edgar Berlanga is loving the energy that he is receiving on Fight Week, and he is predicting a 6-round KO of the man that's never been KO'd, Canelo Alvarez. So we're also discussing that right here. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, as it is going to help with the visibility, and it'll put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans that don't know we are rocking out multiple times a day, at the very least 2 times a day. And, you know, we're taking calls, taking your previews and predictions. You know, you don't have to wait for the official previews and predictions show. You can call in and make that preview or prediction for the super middleweight championship, where Canelo defends his 3 belts and his Ring Magazine title as the lineal man in the division. You know, Dan Rayfield actually put out a article yesterday, I believe, and it is ranking the 12 greatest Puerto Rican boxers of all time. Actually, I guess it was released today because it says September 11th. So, shout out to Dan. I'm a paid subscriber, you know. And obviously, Edgar Berlanga is not in this top 12 Puerto Rican greats. Number 1, Wilfredo Gomez, with a record of 44-3-1 with 42 KOs. His career was from 1974 to 1989. And let me sign in here. But yeah, you know, this is what we're talking about. If you're interested, go ahead and call in. The number to call, obviously, is 1563-999-3427. Discord is also available, and Twitter Spaces is rocking and rolling as well. All right, I'm in. So next on his list is, what in the hell? Why the hell is shit keeps booting me out? Let me try from my phone. All right. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try from my phone. I did want to go through his list of fighters. Let's see. I think that, you know, that works for the topic as, all right, here we go. Now we're in. I don't know why it works from my phone and not from the desktop, but we got past Wilfredo. Next is Felix Tito Trinidad. Now, that's how short the list is, right? That Tito Trinidad is already number 2. I mean, he just was fighting a few years ago. By a few, I mean at least 20 or less. His career lasted from 1990 to 2008. And he had a record of 42-3 with 35 KOs. He won titles in the welterweight, the junior middleweight, and the middleweight division. Next on the list is Carlos Ortiz with a record of 61-7-1 with 30 KOs. And his career was from 1955 to 1972. So this is what I'm saying when I'm telling you why Edgar's in this fight, because look at the disparity. Like 1955, you feel me? So they need one. Miguel Cotto is on here at number 4, and he's 41-6 with 33 KOs, and he fought from 2001 to 2017. So he had a nice 16-year run. He won titles at junior welterweight 140, 147, 154, 160. But somehow they try to discredit Cotto. Wilfred Benitez, 53-8-1, 31 KOs from 1973 to 1990. And he won titles in junior welterweight, and junior middleweight. Hector Camacho, that's crazy. Yo, so there's not that many Puerto Ricans on this list that I didn't get to see fight. Obviously, you know, I'm giving you their careers so you can tell the ones that I didn't. But that's funny because I got to see Trinidad, Cotto, and Hector for sure. And Hector fought from 1980 to 2010. He had a record of 79-6 with 3 draws and 38 KOs. He won titles at junior lightweight, and junior welterweight. And Jose Torres, never heard of him, didn't watch him. He was before I was even born. He fought from 1958 to 1969, and he had a record of 41-3-1 and 29 KOs. Now, obviously, with each fighter that I've mentioned, Dan gives his why he's here. I'm just not giving you the why he's here because some of these are self-explanatory, and the dudes that we don't know, I mean, you know, you could do your own research. But Ivan Calderon, definitely I got to watch him, and, you know, he belongs. He was just straw weight, so wasn't everyone's cup of tea. But I've interviewed him a bunch. He's got a nice gym in Puerto Rico. He had a record of 35-3-1 with 6 KOs. And Wilfredo Vasquez, 56-9, 2 draws, 41 KOs, and he fought from 1981 to 2002. Won titles in the bantamweight, junior featherweight, and featherweight. And then Edwin Rosario, 47-6 with 40 KOs, and he had a career from 1979 to 1997. And then Pedro Montanza, maybe? Montanez. I never heard of him, and it's way before all of our time. He had a career from 1931 to 1940. And somehow homie racked up, check this out, either 99-4-51 or 92-7-4-54, depending on the reference. So, and then your number 12 is Sexto Escobar. Also never heard of him. 1930s to 1940, 39-23-4. Wait, now I'm reading this. Because if this dude made it to top 12, then Edgar's taking his spot, right? Because, I mean, my man's got a record of 39-23-4 with 17 KOs, and he only had a 10, and he only won 1 title at bantamweight. I got to read why Dan put him in here. He says he's here. Excuse me, why he's here. Escobar became the first Puerto Rican to win a world title in 1934 when he knocked out Rodolfo Baby Casanova of Mexico for the NABA bantamweight title in Montreal, of all places. in what was the first first Puerto Rico Mexico world title fight, he would lose and regain the title against Lou Salica before knocking out Tony Marino in the 13th round in 1936 to gain universal recognition as the bantamweight world champion. He made 2 defenses, including another win over Salica. So there you go. Even with all those losses, man. So it's a Salido type thing. You know, when he finally won that belt, he couldn't be denied. But shit, I would say Edgar could take that spot. But that's your 12 top Puerto Rican fighters of all time. And I'm actually more happy I read it now because it does give Edgar, you know, that room for us to believe that he can get in there because, again, I mean, this guy's only won a world title in bantamweight, and he had a very lopsided career. And I'm not trying to minimize. Obviously, the people that he beat are what matters, and that's why he's here. So it would matter. It would, you know, Edgar would need to be someone of significance. But I could see that happening, man. I could see him getting in this list. Who is this? Anyway, phone lines are open if you want to call in and discuss today's topic. Again, we're talking David Benavidez potentially back in December and facing none other than Jesse Hart. Been a heavy rumor for some time now. So we want to get your thoughts on that as well as fight week, man. It's fight week. You know, are you excited for Canelo Berlanga? And are you making any previews and predictions? We got Cliff in Connecticut. What up?
Yo,
Yo,
You hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, what up? You like to get me out the way nice and early. Like, yo, let's get Cliff and his bullshit out the way so I can have a good show. I come on to you.
Negative, champ. Negative,
Nah,
man.
just fucking with you, bro. I'm just fucking with you. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I just watched the grand opening because I didn't get to see it yesterday. I was busy. Yeah, I love Mexican fans, man. I wish my culture was supportive the way they are. They were so many Canelo fans and so many women talking about husbands talking about they want their wives to have his baby, and the support was just ridiculous. Like, even if you go to like a tank fight, or we watching it on TV, he brings a big crowd, but it's like a different kind of vibe. That the support that Latins, Hispanic people show each other, even Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, they really like support one another. And a lot of our culture, like we kind of like a little different. We don't come together the same. I thought that was beautiful. Like, I really liked that. But get to boxing, fucking man, I'm just a little nervous because I feel like I don't think Berlanga could win, but I'm not writing him off, and I'm ready to see history. I'm ready to see the world get shocked. I don't know what's gonna happen controversial, but I don't see it going by the script. We all got the script. Canelo in 8. Mid to late stoppage or knockout. I can't see it happening that way. I don't know. Canelo gets hurt. Does he get knocked down? I'm trying to figure it out how Berlanga could win because I don't really see him winning on the cards. But damn, you don't see him knocking Canelo out because Canelo doesn't get knocked out, right? So how does he do it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But something off script, something shocking, something surprising. It has to go down. And we keep saying like Canelo's gonna knock him out, or everybody's saying that. But when's the last time Canelo got a knockout? And Berlanga's big,
He ain't knocked nobody
so
out since Keller Plant.
right. So the bookies, everybody got the knockout. The odds is putting for the knockout. Is it just because Berlanga is so green, so inexperienced that we see Canelo ain't knocked John Ryder out? He ain't knocked nothing out in a minute. So I don't know about that knockout. I think we might, put something on that unanimous decision as well, because you could pick the exact outcome. That's plus 400. That's my tip to the community. But yeah, that's it. If somebody say something wild or the show heats up, I'm gonna tap back in.
All right, champ. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to call in, first hit that thumbs up. That's what we need you to do. Then, the number to call is 1563 999 3427. Press 1 time. Discord also available. De Lo Mio, Joe Pilot, what up?
Yo, you hear me?
Loud and clear.
You by yourself over there?
Mm-hmm.
Say no more. Yeah, man, you already know what time it is, man. Saturday's it's a marathon, movie marathon. Grab your popcorn, grab your snacks. First YouTube, Border Wars popping up. Surprisingly, it's like a Puerto Rican day because a lot of Puerto Rican fighters in Border Wars, and then the Puerto Rican main event, Berlanga's gonna show out. He's gonna do his thing. I'm with Cliff, man. If Canelo couldn't stop Ryder, who was a middleweight coming up, and Canelo hit Ryder with everything in the kitchen sink, and Ryder with his whole nose busted. My man looked like someone squirted a bottle of ketchup on his face, and he couldn't stop him. Yeah, man, come on. 168 pounder. Berlanga's an animal. He's about to come in there like at 185 fight night. He's about to, you about to see this man. This man's back is as long as a pool table. You about to see, you about to see a fight, man. You seen if you ever seen the seconds out, whatever it's called, man, my man looked like he has a baseball mitts his hands. Like, that man's cracking. That man's about to hit Canelo with something, and Canelo's not going to like it. And Canelo's going to turn back the clock, and he's going to start moving his head, moving his waist, because he's not going to like what he's getting hit with. And, does Berlanga hit harder than Triple G? I don't think so, but I think maybe he does. But the thing about Triple G was that his timing and his precision is what made Triple G so great, that he landed that jab right where he wanted to. He landed that over right hand right on the temple. Like it's just his punch placement was above average, But Berlanga's a big clubbing fighter, big power hitting slugger, He's like David Ortiz, home run, strikeout, or a walk. He's not coming in there looking for singles. But yeah, I think it's gonna go the decision. And who knows? Canelo's kryptonite is Ricans. Miguel Cotto's brother, wobbled him. What was that, like about 10, 12 years ago? I think it's due that he gets wobbled again, I think it's due. It's been about 12 years. Canelo, had knee problems. He's older in age. And who knows? I think he's looking past Berlanga, which could be dangerous. He Berlanga doesn't have the accolades, so he doesn't believe Berlanga's a threat. The only threat he did see at 68 was Benavidez. That's why he avoided that fight. Even though I like Canelo, he's one of my favorite fighters, but he avoided that smoke. I think he looks at everybody else's food at 68. And yeah, man, Berlanga, win, lose, or draw, we're gonna keep seeing Berlanga because this fight, I got it doing. I think it's gonna do around Jamel Charlo numbers. Just because of Berlanga selling the fight, the Puerto Ricans, craving. I'm not Puerto Rican for those calling. I know people think I'm Rican, but I ain't. But the Ricans is craving a guy. New York is craving a guy. So I think they're gonna tune in and buy this fight. So Berlanga, I think after this fight, I can still see him fighting a Plant. Can still see him fighting a Munguia. Who knows? Maybe I don't know about Jamal. He's kind of out of it, but hey, he can still fight them guys, man. There's still a lot of fights, and people saying, "Oh, he's about to get a payday." Like, nah, bro. Once you get that nice payday once, you're gonna want to keep getting them. Come on, Ness. When you buy that Corvette, you ain't trying to just stay at the Corvette. You probably looking at a Lambo now. You trying to keep upgrading. You got 150,000 subscribers. You ain't trying to stay at 150. You trying to get 1 million. These people are crazy, bro. That's how you know a lot of these people that call in got loser mentalities. How do you get one good payday and you just want to kick your feet up when you're in your 20s, when you still got a lot to prove? Like, if that was the set, Canelo could have retired after Floyd. And he didn't. What did he do? He buckled up his boots and he kept fighting for greatness. You know, look at anyway, fighting for greatness. Look at Usyk. He could have retired after cruiserweight. Like, bro, we gotta stop doing that. Talking about, oh, he's fighting for a payday and he's gonna retire. Like, nah. After you get a nice payday, you still want to keep getting paid. You still want to keep fighting for them checks, and you still trying to prove the people wrong and prove your family right. But yeah, man. Yeah, Berlanga is gonna go to the decision. You know, I think I got Canelo beating him by points. You know, Canelo's just, you know, too many wrinkles, and I don't know. Maybe he ages overnight. You know, that's what I'm hoping on. You know, the punch resistance might be gone. Who knows? Reflex is already gone. Punch resistance next, and then the power's last. But like I said, the power's the last thing to go, so he's gonna keep the power. You know, yeah, man. But yo, hit me with the little kitty cat thing, cause he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do the kitty cats only. He's not gonna do that. He's definitely not gonna do what Charlo did. You see, kitty cats only. Meow. Yeah, that's right. But Berlanga's a monster. You know, he's an ogre. He's a big gremlin. That's what Berlanga is. He ain't coming in there running around for 12, because he knows the Puerto Ricans and New Yorkers and Philly Ricans, they won't respect him. They'll respect him more if he goes out there and bangs and try to get this guy out of there. That's what people respect. They don't respect you surviving for 12 rounds and running around trying to just protect a KO. Like, nah. People don't respect that. Everywhere he'll go, they'll call him pussy. And, you know, Berlanga's not going to go for that. Berlanga, man, he got a lot of pride. You imagine somebody just coming up to him like, you fought Canelo like a pussy. Like, you can't even picture that. Can't even picture that. And that's, you know how it is in New York and the East Coast, especially Puerto Ricans. Like, you know, especially against a Mexican. Woo. Berlanga would have to get off IG. He's going to have to be Dominic Brazil. You know? But yeah, man. It's going to be decision. I got Lara over Danny. Danny just doesn't throw enough. Danny's the smaller man moving up. And I don't know. I think it's just the inactivity. The older you get, the more active you have to be. Not the backwards, you know, like, I think he's just been too inactive. I got Danny. I got my boy Rolly on the comeback trail. I want Rolly to knock this guy out. And then I want him to fight Devin. Let's get it. Like, let's get the Haney versus Rolly. Rolly's been in there with Pitbull, been in there, throw him in there with Rolly. And yeah, I got V just back on the card. I didn't see Fulton yesterday in the thing. Did the Fulton fight get called off? I didn't see him there in the Grand Arrivals, but yeah, man, I'm out.
I don't think it got called off because I seen PBC posting some shit like, oh, Fulton's pound for pound one of the best talents, yada, yada, yada. But keep in mind, he did post earlier in the month, like, let's see if I'm there. So, you know, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but he definitely insinuated he may or may not be there at this fight. So I know he wasn't happy about not being on the media workout, I think, and he wasn't in Vegas for the media workout either, where I was present. So I don't know. Daniel Vega with the first super chat of the day, $5. Yo, Ness, don't forget to talk about the Pro Box card tonight. You know, it was my intentions to have that as the show. I did forget. I completely forgot, bro. Shit. I had thought about that yesterday and said to certainly do the Pro Box preview. Damn. But we could talk about it without a doubt. Let me get to the schedule. I mean, it's really the main event we care about. Hopefully there's someone on the undercard that we can also discuss and be excited for. But, I mean, I guess, you know, Vladimir Hernandez is always a good fight. He's taking on Raul Garcia. I'll need a picture for Raul. Dominican. Okay, Raul. You got my attention. Okay, Raul. I don't know who Raul is, but we about to see him. He's fighting Vlad. And, okay, Jacob Gomez. They wanted me to do his interview yesterday, but I'm like, bro, that's massively short notice. Look, I would have looked as silly. He fighting this week, today. What the fuck? But shout out to Jacob. He's from Puerto Rico. He actually lives in the island and comes back and forth to fight on Pro Box a lot. He's got a good crowd. 6 knockouts, 10 wins. He's doing his thing, man. They match him decently over there too. He's taking on Jerry Perez. This is not the Jerry Perez that. It is. It is the one JoJo fought and Justin Paulo. Okay. They stepping my boy Jacob up. Michelle Rivera fought this one. Everybody fought him. Okay, Frank Martin fought him. Okay, so who? JoJo went 10, and that might be the fight that people thought he lost. Michelle Rivera went 8. Frank Martin stopped him. Justin Paulo stopped him. So that's a good barometer. For Jacob, we'll see if that power real. Okay, I'm interested. What else we got? Yoel Angolini. Is this that Cuban dude? Nope. This guy's from Italy. Holy shit. He's like, okay, but he lives in Nevada. I've never seen it. Maybe he got a bad box rep pick because I don't know this dude. But he's 3-0. So, we'll be introduced to him. Okay, this must be the Cuban dude. Yojanler Martinez. I don't know. Let me see. I know he ain't gonna be able to pronounce it either, but we're gonna try anyway. Yeah, she fucked that up. Y'all jangler. Nah, it's like Yolangner Martinez. He's the Cuban I was saying. I think he's like 3-0 too. Or 3-0 with 2 KOs, something like that. He is 4-0, 2 KOs. Cuban, 6-1, Orthodox. And he's taking on Franrinson? No. It sounds like Jerson, but with Fran in the front. Fran Jerson? Poeta. Okay. Never heard of him. And he is from Venezuela. We've been seeing the emergence of so many Venezuelan fighters. And look, this dude is on a 4-fight losing streak. Like, Lord, Pro Box, come on, don't start that. I hope this dude's durable because he ain't been stopped in his last 2, and he went the distance in his last 3 out of 4. And he had fought 2 undefeated fighters. So I just don't want him to start matchmaking poorly, just giving dudes wins, man, because that's going to take away the fun of Pro Box. But that's it. Yeah, so, you got to be a hardcore. This is a hardcore card anyway. Lester Martinez taking on Joshawn James in the main event, 10-rounder. Hopefully, Martinez can look extremely well so that we can see him potentially in the Beck the Bully fight. And start to see, Lester in there with some of the bigger names like a Jaime or Eric Bazian and, David if he's going to come back. Phone lines open, though. We got Money Key. What up? Money Key. Yo, you got to unmute, champ.
Yo, can you hear me?
Now we do.
Yo, what up, Nas? Love the show. I just want to say I want to get my official prediction for Canelo and Berlanga. You guys see how big Berlanga is, and the Canelo groupies are happy, right? They feel safe because he's not fighting Benavidez. One day they say, oh, Benavidez is big, and then the next day size doesn't matter. It does though. I promise you. Saturday, it's all over with. It's the exposing of the fraud Canelo. It's over with. I promise you. You guys can remember me. Remember my voice, my prediction. By the 4th round, you're gonna see. Oh shit, he made a mistake. By the 4th round is when he's gonna get hit and wobbled by Berlanga. And from there, he's gonna realize, just like Bivol, my power is not affecting him. I made a big mistake. I thought this would be easy. I ducked Benavidez. My racist fans, in America, They don't consider us Latinos American, right? So they bring in this white colonizer conquistador to try to be, oh, he's the best Mexican ever, right? And they protect him. He's not really undisputed. Benavidez should be the true champion. But Saturday, it's a wrap. He's going to get exposed. I'm telling you. He overlooked Berlanga thinking this was the easy route. Berlanga's big. He's a big guy. And his power, it is overrated. It's overrated. He couldn't hurt old Triple G. Couldn't hurt Charlo. You know, as far as stopping him, I don't want to hear all these excuses. He was running, right? He couldn't stop John Ryder, right? He picked Berlanga thinking it was easy pickings. It's a wrap, bro. The chosen one. Saturday is the exposing of Canelo. He made a mistake. He had his time. He's already old on the, he's already on the older side. Berlanga, people say, oh, he didn't stop these dudes. He dropped Devon Nicholson 3 times. He dropped Quigley 4 times, right? They think, Canelo, he's gonna get past this one easy. Remember, you could write my name down so you could remember my prediction. You could write me down for Shadowbox. Saturday, it's a wrap for Canelo. He's gonna lose to Berlanga. And I know all the dumb Canelo fans, they're all happy because he ducked Benavidez for 3 years now, so they feel safe. Like, this is another easy one. No, it's not. He's gonna lose on Saturday. And remember, by the fourth round is when not only Canelo but his fanboys are gonna see their hearts are gonna drop. They're gonna see, oh yeah, he's not gonna hurt this guy. He's not gonna be able to hurt him, and he's gonna lose. I got Berlanga by majority decision. It should go all 12. He's going to stay on the outside, pop that jab, use his feet. Because Canelo's old. He can't. He already has a messed up knee. He's going to use his feet, stay on the outside, pop that jab in and out like Bivol. Munguia fought like a dummy on the inside with a counterpuncher. Berlanga already knows the game plan. Stay on the outside, use your length. He's big. He's going to use that jab, stay on the outside. And Canelo's not going to be able to hurt him. He has overrated power. Berlanga's big. I'm telling you. He's about the same size as Benavidez.
You may feel like it's
So
your
that's
time,
it, man. Peace.
but it's not your time.
All right, brother. Appreciate you calling in, giving your breakdown. We got CYP.
Yo, yo. Yo, what I think that was Joe Pilot. I think that was Joe Pilot. I think that was him. I said your name, partner, so I gotta get in you. Hey, I was thinking because he said, he made that reference about Charlo being a kitten and Berlanga. And I always get offended because you just read off a list of top Puerto Rican fighters of all time. Was that what you read off?
Yes.
Okay, and the number 12 guy got 20 plus losses, and Berlanga's not on that list. And the number 12 guy got 20 plus losses, 1-time champion, and he's on the list, and Berlanga's not. I asked the listeners, if Jermell Charlo was Puerto Rican, where the fuck would he be on that list? Top 3, top 5? But he's a kitten, though. But you couldn't get on the list where a dude got 24 losses. But Jamal is the kitten, though. Like, you must be kidding me, right? Because I don't understand some of y'all logic here, right? Because Roberto Duran quit, and y'all don't bring that shit up ever. But Jamal's performance is something that bothers y'all so much, but Duran shit never brought up. Jamal's career is so bad, but you believe in Berlanga so much. Like, this is why I love boxing, because it lets the fighters fight and the fans get bullied. This is you getting bullied. Because if you talking about my guy, when my guy would be one of the best Puerto Ricans of all time, but you want to put his career down, then where the fuck does your guy land? Because last time I checked, every time I look up highlights of Berlanga, it's just him getting dropped, him biting somebody, or him with Fat Joe, right? And the only person that's going to be forced to lean back is going to be Berlanga, right? He is. Like, do you realize his odds are trending towards John Ryder's odds? I'm looking at it right now, as a matter of fact. I keep my shit tucked. So it's just closing towards 1020. He's closing towards 1020. I mean, they ain't believing this shit. It's getting worse. Jaime Munguia closed at plus 360. This dude's at a plus 1,020. Like, I just want y'all to know that the reality is starting to get in. People starting to realize what's really about to happen here. So before you call in, disrespect another man's career, make sure that the dude you pumping up is somewhere near close to that man. Because in reality, Berlanga is nothing, nowhere near Jermell Charlo's career ever. That dude was pound for pound on the list. That dude is a 2-time champion, 1-time undisputed. Berlanga ain't never even tasted a belt. He ain't even pinched the belt. Did you even pinch the belt? Did you even pinch the belt? So when you stand next to Canelo in that face-off, at least give it a little pinch. Because that's the closest you're going to ever get to being champion.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Berlanga did win a WBA in the McCory fight, but not a full version. You know, you did win something. And then I think he got elevated once Morrell moved up. Tanque, multiple counters.
Buenos días, Nes.
Buenos días.
Hey, por la persona que habló antes de Carlos, no hables pendejadas, amigo. Si no lo va a cargar en el ring. Berlanga está grande. ¿Y eso qué, güey? Callum Smith estaba más grande. Sergey Kovalev estaba más grande. Con un mejor jab. No hables pendejadas. Los Canelo, las pinches mamadas. Nes, tienes muchos aficionados que no saben de boxeo, como Joe Pyler es otro pendejo. Que la quijada se le va a ir, que esto y que el otro, no mames. Y luego los que hablan que dicen, Canelo ya no tiene poder, nunca ha tenido poder, güey, no mamen. Canelo estaba acabado cuando no terminó a Cotto. Porque si me acuerdo, ¿qué pasó después de Canelo? Lo retiraron, ¿verdad, Nes? ¿No se retiró Cotto?
Nah,
He lost to who, Nes? Who did Cotto lose afterwards, bro?
Saddam Ali.
Why couldn't Canelo knock out Cotto? Was Canelo wasted back then?
I mean, no, he wasn't wasted.
Yeah, that shit's stupid, man. Y'all motherfuckers gotta stop with this Canelo powers, this gold, man. What the fuck? He ain't never had the power like that. Y'all are weird, man. Was Canelo wasted when he couldn't stop Callum Smith?
Was he wasted?
Yeah, I mean, like the narrative is he hasn't stopped anyone to kill it. The thing is, y'all motherfuckers fell in love for this dude stopping, you know, a couple guys. Besides that, man, he wasn't really stopping people like that. I mean, he stopped James Kirkland and Amir Khan in you know, an emphatic fashion, but that was it, man. Kirkland had just came out the pin. You know, he was in there with G-Vaughn. Came out fucking fighting like a prisoner, got his ass beat. Amir Khan had a glass jaw, got his ass beat. I mean, did he drop Angulo, Nes?
Nah, I don't remember. Actually, he did. I know he beat the shit out of Angulo. I can't remember if he got knockdowns.
Right. You know who fucked up Angulo more in a worse fashion prior to Canelo getting handled?
Not Laura. Laura was losing that fight. You know, he was glad he landed that straight left to break Angulo's eye.
Hey, but hey, nobody's breaking faces like that on a daily, bro.
I mean, Canelo broke Billy Joe's face.
And he never came back, right?
Billy never came back. No, I mean, there's a rumor now.
Angulo, you know, Angulo came back and Canelo couldn't put him down. I wonder why. Because probably he's not a fucking power puncher like that. Y'all are weird, man. Like, do you guys watch this dude fight? Let me run the next one so I can have 2 left.
Yep.
And y'all, sometimes I think like y'all don't watch the fight. You don't watch this dude fight, bro. Like, he's not a power puncher. He's a counter puncher. He's a very accurate one too. You know, like that guy that called. Who was it? I think you interviewed one of the guys that said he had sparred Junto, and you asked him, you know, is this power really like that? And he told you he hits hard, but it's more of a precision punching thing, and that's Canelo, bro. Like, he's a precise puncher. He don't throw much. He lands a lot of his shit. He doesn't waste a lot of his punches, you know? That's Canelo. He is not a power puncher. Y'all gotta stop. Man, John Ryder, he couldn't stop John Ryder. I mean, y'all do know John Ryder, that last time he did get stopped, it wasn't a full stoppage, you know? It was a standing. standing when he was drained as hell at 160 pounds. No one else stopped him outside of Munguia, but you know, that's what's about to happen to Errol Spence when he comes back. He's gonna get beat up by Fundora, and then everybody's gonna fall in love with Fundora. Oh, he stopped him, knocked his ass out. Man, stop. You know, sometimes they're supposed to do these shits. Y'all gotta watch the fights. Don't just talk the talk, bro. That shit is crazy. And that dude said Munguia's he fought in the hip side like a dumbass, man. What the? Because that's how a Munguia fights. What the fuck were you expecting? God damn, like y'all don't watch any fighters, bro. That's Munguia style. And that's why it was a good fight, because we knew Munguia was going to stand in there with him and make him work. That's what he did. He made him work. Like I said, he made him work the most since Triple G2, where he threw 600 plus punches. You know, y'all motherfuckers want to talk like, besides, you know, we're talking about David. Y'all want to talk about David being a volume puncher. He throws so many goddamn punches. Blah, 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 blah. All his 12-round fights he's had in his entire career, he's never gotten close to fucking 600 punches. Like, do you guys watch the damn sport? You guys watch these fighters? Y'all just come in here and talk nonsense, bro. You guys sound dumb as shit. If David is a volume puncher and he's never thrown over 600 punches, what the hell was Canelo versus Triple G2, Ness? A super volume puncher? Super Saiyan volume puncher? That shit is crazy, bro. Like, man, some of y'all are dumb. Joe Pilot, you disappoint me, bro. But I get it. You know, you Caribbean folks, you ain't got nothing in the Dominican Faces boxing. You ain't got nothing in Puerto Rico. September 14th is a Puerto Rican tryout, starting with Border Wars to see what the next face of boxing Puerto Rican-wise will be. You know? Y'all
That's
are so
the bell,
down.
champ. That's the bell. That's the bell. Punching after the bell over here. We got Enrique Church, a.k.a. the legendary baby in the building. What's up?
What up? What up? Ding, ding, ding. Let's heat it up more, man. Yes, it is a big Puerto Rican weekend. Not only in Border Wars, but actually the main event. And I want to heat it up because CYP says something about y'all don't mention Roberto Duran. Yes, we do. No mas, the phrase, it's associated with Roberto Duran. Yeah, so what does he mean we don't mention? He's legendary because of that, no mas, and because of his knockout power and all his establishment that he has done in boxing. If Charlo were Puerto Rican, yeah, he would definitely get the support.
Hell yeah,
regardless.
he'd be legend though. Like that was his point. Like
He
in
would
terms
be
of
legend.
accolades,
He would be legend.
He would be legend.
So he got to blame that on that culture, his culture.
They don't have
support.
Puerto Ricans don't have an undisputed champion ever, so it would be legend. And yes, that you do have to blame it on the opposite culture. Like that's nobody's fault that Charlo isn't. It's nobody's fault but your own that Charlo isn't being treated the way that he would be treated if he was Puerto Rican. Because if he was Puerto Rican, what did we say? He would be legend.
He would be legend.
But
exactly.
But right now, he's just Jamal Charlo, and he's nothing. Y'all got to prop up y'all dude. You feel me? Like, y'all laughing at me all week because I'm riding with my Caribbean brother, Edgar Berlanga. But that's what Mexicans fucking do.
Yeah.
That's what UK people do. That's what Canadians do. They back their own. Lucien Boutte was a star. Adonis was a draw. Jean Pascal, a draw. And it was because of the country they came from. These UK dudes, they got back and they fighting each other early. Why? Because they got a following. The tickets they selling could merit them getting in there a tough fight because they going to get a check and they got the tickets behind them, you know? It's nobody's fault, man. It's nobody's fault that Charlo is a undisputed champ that took on challenges that, you know, righted his wrongs when he had draws and losses and defeated those guys. And y'all not backing him the way you should. You should be propping him up.
I actually back him, the Charlos. I'll design something for the Charlos. I'm like in the Charlo happiness about them when they fight. Like I bought I mean, I've tuned into all their fights, and of course, I had hope when Jamal, if I got the names right, I know they got similar names. Jamal fought Canelo, you know.
Jamel for Canelo.
Jamel fought Canelo, which bringing him back.
Bro, I had hope. I had
So
hope.
somebody-
Let's be real. Like, everybody secretly wanted Jamel to get the fight. He was the more accomplished brother. Yeah, Jamal is technically bigger, but Jamel has always been the more accomplished, and Jamel has been the one that talks like that. He was the one that talks like he about that action. So that's what we wanted. And he shit the bed. So he ruined it. You know what I'm saying? Not only for himself, but for his brother, because his brother already had that backing just because he was bigger. But, like, you know, I mean, look, again, Roberto Duran gets shitted on for the no mas, and you know, Charlo's gonna have to deal with his you know, the reaction of the people to his performance in the Canelo fight.
Yeah, and then bringing it back to Berlanga's arrival yesterday, he's fearless. There's no intimidation, and like he continues
Puerto
to
Rico
say,
got a three belt undisputed champ, 3-belt era undisputed champ.
Say that one more time. I missed it.
Puerto Rico got a 3-belt era undisputed champ, not 4-belt. I said they ain't got no undisputed champ, and if they would have had Charlo, he'd be legend. So they got an undisputed champ.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Wait, Tito never had multiple belts?
Yeah, but I don't think he's not 4-belt era.
Oh, he's not 4-belt era. All right.
Oh shit! I'm thinking it's a man. They said Amanda. I didn't know she undisputed. Did she?
Well, then there you go.
There you go.
And she one of the highest, if not the highest paid female fighter in boxing, correct? There you go. That shows you
That's
the
one of them
fan base
headlines.
is there.
That's one of them headlines.
The fan base is there.
Nah, the fan base is there. It is, bro. That's why Xander's being, you know, brought along so slowly, because if you can develop a Puerto Rican, he can go far. It's going to be a draw. I mean, I remember Juan Manuel Lopez, bro. Like, he was that dude until Salido. And I say until Salido, but the real ones know. Like, we were watching Gamboa fight the same people and destroy the dudes that Juanma was fighting, and Juanma wasn't doing what Gamboa was doing. But yeah, you know, Top Rank built the fuck out of him, bro. He was big.
Yeah, you also damn, I lost the name. Now go ahead. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, Gabe Rosado even lasted how many losses and still, like, you know, continues to fight.
Exactly. He even got a television gig. That just goes to show.
And that goes to show when I was picking Berlanga and they was like, even if he shit the bed, NPR Danny, you know, and I was like, nah, Puerto Ricans don't do that.
I feel like Rosado might still get a comeback, bro.
Comeback fight for a belt?
Yeah.
Against?
Like somebody. Like, I feel like, you know, he still could get another fight, even like right now.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I think so, but I don't know, man. The fighters are younger now. Like, he's got to fight like an older guy. You know, somebody earlier on the phone call said, you know, you lose the punch resistance. And I think Gabe probably don't have the punch resistance. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying based on age and the younger fighters that are out now.
Of course not. Of course not. But, you know, he's still a passing of the torch type of fight.
Definitely passing of the torch type of fight. And that's why I brought him up, because
specifically to the culture, though. Like I could see him and Zayas and him getting kind
of like a cosign.
Yeah, like, no, like you know, they bringing Gabe out for Zayas at 60, and, you know, he loses to Zayas, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be the next Puerto Rican champ, you know, in his outro, as he's like, I'm officially hanging it up, but Puerto Rico's in good hands with, you know what I'm saying? Like, passing of the torch type fight.
Yeah. Nah, I get it. Yeah. And Canelo is fighting Berlanga, what is the temperament now today? I feels like there's more people saying Berlanga has a chance than they did yesterday.
Oh, for sure. But that always happens. That's not a Berlanga thing. That's fight week.
That's fight week.
Yeah, 90 days out, you hear about a fight. You're like, man, nobody want fucking Jesse Hart, man. Who Jesse Hart and David Benavidez, man, some bullshit. Soon as it's Wednesday of the fight week, man, Jesse Hart got a chance. Remember when he fought Ramirez? Bro, he went 24 rounds with Ramirez. Ramirez big as hell. Ramirez big as hell. Ramirez ain't it? He's bigger than David. He got more world titles than David. Shit, he a cruiserweight now.
Scored the knockout. Canelo ain't scored a knockout. I stand by that. I don't think Canelo can score the knockout. I feel like it's going to be controversial decision, and they're going to be like, yo, they robbed Berlanga.
Yeah, but the thing is that
Berlanga was robbed.
Why is there this image in my head of like Puerto Ricans getting beaten and like taking knees and being bloody? So it's like I want to believe that Berlanga could go the distance, but I just got all these images of bloody Cottos and knockdowns of Trinidad. It's like, can Berlanga even do it? Like, is it in ya DNA?
Well, all right, so let's talk about a win. Let's talk about a Puerto Rican win over a Mexican. Does that exist?
I mean, I'm sure, you know, some of these greats that I brought up, which I could bring back up. Sexto Escobar, I mean, he won his first world title to put him on this list over a Mexican. It was actually recorded the first Puerto Rico-Mexico world title fight.
Wait, was that something that you brought up early this morning? It was like 1900s
yeah,
early?
1934 when he knocked out Rodolfo.
God. Yeah, I'm not going to use that as a reference, man. Come on.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying. You wanted a Mexican losing to a Puerto Rican.
Well, you know, this is a fresh book right here. Edgar Berlanga versus
Edwin Rosario, another legend, you know.
I know that
He
name.
was a feared puncher, and he beat the excellent Mexican Jose Luis Ramirez to win the vacant WBC title and made 2 title defenses before losing to Ramirez in the rematch.
What year was that?
I don't know, sir. I don't know.
What about Chapo Rosario?
Chapo Rosario. But is that could be this guy? Is Edwin's nickname Chapo?
I don't know. I remember this dude named Chapo Rosario when I was a kid.
I mean, I will Google if it's an Edwin Chapo, maybe. Edwin.
No.
Let me get to this counterpunch. Malcolm,
Gotta get to that.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
Shout outs to Boxing Voice. Yo, Ness, shout outs to you. Shout outs to you too, Enrique. Every time you're on, I never call in, so shout outs to you. You Puerto Rican, right?
I'm Puerto Rican, yes, sir.
Ooh, and you from you a New Yorker, correct?
I'm a New Yorker. Don't you hear the accent, man?
Oh, fellow, let's go. Wait, you from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, he like
dirty ass Brooklyn.
Yeah, clean Brooklyn.
Nah, it's Big Bronx over here, man. It's all love, though, my brother.
Nah, I feel you. Dirty Bronx. Yo, fun fact. I didn't go to the Bronx till I was like 30 years old.
But,
hey, yo, hold on. I ain't even ring the bell. Yo, you are speaking of the same exact person. Edwin is Edwin Chapo Rosario.
Okay, good. I'm glad. So did he beat a Mexican?
Yeah, I just told you that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Ramirez.
he's a legendary guy, man.
But he also lost to Ramirez. He beat Ramirez for the vacant, made the belt real by defending it twice, but then lost to the dude again. Not again,
but the DNA to win is there. That's all I wanted to say.
True. Go ahead, Malcolm.
All right, for sure. And then for stats, by the way, I got us today, man. In world title fights, we got 84 wins to the 72. So, you know, we're just going to put that out there. You know, when it matters, we got the most wins in those world title fights. So, yeah, I like the energy from Edgar Berlanga, man. I love it. You know who I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to pull for my boy. If he lose, man, he lose. It is what it is. But as long as he don't quit, man, if he go out swinging,
Quick
you
stat.
get knocked out.
Quick stat,
I don't
since you Puerto Rican, quick stat. Y'all in the lead actually. So if Edgar wins on Saturday, it would be 80-70. You would have a 10-win lead over Mexico. But if Canelo wins, it would shrinking down the lead to only 8. Right now it's
man.
79-70.
Got you, man. And to be real, man, this Edgar win, even besides the Puerto Rican bias, it would shake shit up so crazy. You know, we need those upsets. If Ryan didn't have that, you know, if he didn't cheat, it would have just shook, you know, it pretty much shook everything up as it was. But imagine if it was a clean win when he beat Devin. You know what I'm saying? So an upset like this would be crazy. The whole landscape and it would have just been crazy, man, you know? So I like his energy, man. I like how he's, you know, he's just coming for Canelo. I love it. When it came to the gloves off shit, I ain't like how it was 2 episodes released like an hour apart, and it was like fucking 10 minutes. That shit pissed me off, man. I miss the old days when Showtime used to drop like 3-4 episodes. Same thing with HBO. But yeah, I think that's all I got, man. Baby Joker, stop hating on the Puerto Ricans, bro. When it comes down to it, y'all also duck all the black fighters because I'm half black. The ones that's ducking is the Mexicans. You feel me? And if I'm right, everybody who gets popped for steroids, what's their nationality? All these cheaters, they tend to be what? Mexican, all right? So I'm out of here, yo, Ness. Just cue the music.
Toma. Damn, 79-70. Puerto
yeah.
Rico has the lead. Thank you for that, Nestor Gibbs.
Yeah, y'all up, yo.
It's in the DNA. You just proved it.
Y'all up on them, B.
We all the way up. Yo.
Yep.
So, yeah, 10 minutes. I did notice that too. I was like, wait, is this really part 2 or is this part 2 of part 1? You know?
Yeah,
And,
I mean, I
on
think
the same day, I didn't really like that
I think
either.
as a person that, you know, has spent his life behind a camera like yourself, you know, pointing and shooting and directing things, I think you know that the industry has changed drastically,
feel like it's your time.
and the consumption and retention rate of a human being has shrunk. So, you know, I might still be one of those dinosaurs that enjoys long form content, but everything is gone from, you know, long to 15 seconds, 60 seconds, and, you know, 10 minutes.
But on the contrary, people on like social media are fighting to extend whatever they post. They're like, damn, I only get 60 seconds. I want to get, you know, whatever, and more and more and more. So I got to disagree with the consumption and the
but you
the attention span.
You disagreeing based off a small percentage, because remember, the content has changed due to analytics. Analytically, they can show that the human being cuts out after 60 seconds.
Based on what? Because there's still
On
TV
consumption.
series that are 60 minutes.
No, on consumption, right? Like when you click on a video, they have those analytics. They know how long you're
Right.
there. It's the same when you go to a website. They know the bounce rate, how long you're there, how quick you left. All this
Where'd
data
you
is, where did you go next? All this data is collected, bro. And now it's
So-
going to get even worse. You know, all those movies are coming true because the phone is coming with AI now.
Well, I believe it is going to get worse. I mean, I just read this morning that the reason why Hollywood has stopped producing movies is because not only the ticket is 30% more money, but there's not filling in any seats. You know what I'm saying? So they rather stick to TV shows.
I don't know if that's true.
What part is true? What part is not true?
Not filling in the seats.
There's no seats being sold.
But again, I don't know if that's true. I'm a physical consumer that goes to the movies in 3 different regions of the world. Non-stop.
You go to blockbuster movies, right? You go see like
no. When you say
Wolverine.
Hold up, champ. When you say filling in seats, I'm assuming you're talking about a theater.
I am talking about theater. And let me correct it, right? Other than like original shit, like which is like a movie you never heard of, like Long Legs, you know what I'm saying? Or Blink Twice. Original shit. And what else?
Well,
Pretty much original shit is not doing well.
Oh, you think original shit? I mean, again, Maybe you're right again statistically on the original shit not doing well, but I just again choose to be. I'm a dinosaur, right? So I am the guy that goes to see the new movie because I prefer fresh, new writing. I hate that they remake every goddamn thing. So I went to see Trap because it's new. It's new writing. It's new.
Right.
I hate the remake. Stop remaking every goddamn thing. Show me
That is
your
true.
own creativity. Why is you copying Enrique from 20 years ago? Do your own goddamn thing. You go, but they gonna bring out Shakespeare again? I don't want that.
I know. Make him Puerto Rican and shit. Nah, but you fall into that, right? So back to the boxing thing. 10 minutes of it was not enough for me. It felt rushed. It felt fast.
For
it was
you,
exciting.
though, for you, but you're older like me. Again, you got to understand that we a different era. They catering to the Ryan Garcia demo and the Tank demo because they did good numbers. Think about it. Espinosa told us, oh, we're not doing traditional promotion anymore. We're ramping up social media promotion because we don't exist no more. You and I are automatic buys. We're considered the hardcore demographic. We're going to buy it or steal it. They going after the new consumer, the young teeny boppers.
I don't know, man. I still don't believe that, man. The teeny boppers are watching. Yo, Mr. Beast, his shit ain't fucking 10 minutes. Come on, and those are teeny boppers watching it.
Yeah, but everything on TikTok and Instagram is fucking less than 2 minutes. It's a minute, bro. And they giving you longer time on Instagram now too, but you know, most of the content is a minute.
Yeah, but that's the intro place where you go. I think ultimately you all wind up, everyone, teeny boppers to grown-ass men and women end up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I spend most of my consuming content is YouTube. You know what I mean?
You an adult though, man. Is your child on YouTube more than they
my
on
kids are on YouTube.
More than TikTok. More than TikTok.
Probably,
no.
Well, TikTok is the quick fix.
But that's what I'm telling you.
YouTube is like, oh, I want to watch this.
Oh my God, that's what I'm trying to explain. That analytically, they showing you just Google it right now. The data shows like what. Google right now, how long should I create, as a content creator, how long should my video be? And watch you get the recommendation. It's going to be 1 to 3 minutes.
I'm looking at it right now.
It's going to be 1 to 3 minutes, bro. They don't believe in long form no more. They think this is dead. And don't get me wrong, there should be an article where this is a resurgence in long form content. There is a resurgence. Now people are starting to look for things that's long again. They're getting tired of the short stuff. But, you know, short stuff is dominating. Why do you think shorts and reels were invented? And YouTube is copying TikTok. They late to the game with the shorts and reels. Think about it. JXV88, $2. Canelo got aura. No girl wanna be Tank's baby moms. Dude, you
That's
super chat a lot, so, you know, I don't mean this offensive at all, but, like, you're thinking about the wrong things. Like, you thinking about girls wanting to be your favorite fighter's baby mom. Like, bro, where are you at right now?
Nah,
DC,
they said that yesterday a dude in the audience at the Grand Arrival said that.
And that's another weirdo. That's another weirdo. What type of a cockhold, weird-ass S&M dipshit are you that you want to have your girl impregnated by another man and still be with her?
They call that a cabrón.
Puerto Ricans certainly call that a cabrón. Yo, that's a sicko, though.
Yeah,
it's a sicko. DC3, $2. I love how Hispanics / Mexicans back their fighters. Iceman King Parsons, $2. Enrique, are the old whites Tank shirts available?
Go to the website, boxingfanapparel.store. Is it available? No, it's not.
I do need both of those, bro. My Ryan and my Tank, they just ain't wearable no more.
I'm gonna re-release them joints.
They just ain't wearable no more, man. You know, white tees, even that one that's super high quality.
You wash them and dry them.
They just don't look the same anymore. Like, they don't look fresh. You feel me? You need.
I don't dry my shits.
Would you hang it?
I hang them, yeah. Any T-shirt I buy, I don't. If I want to preserve it, I do not put it in the dryer.
Wow.
At all.
I'm lazy. Dry up. Mr. PBC.
Yo. So the ideal length of your content as a creator largely depends on the platform. YouTube YouTube video 7 to 15 minutes. Blog posts
Hey, yo,
1,000
hold
to
on,
2,000 words.
but right there, we don't even need to go further.
Yeah.
AI
Well,
recommended 7 to 15, and they came in 11 and 12. Just is over. They on point. They trying to hit the boxes. They trying to do what analytically is proven to work,
yeah.
man.
So that means movies are now going to probably be reduced in time, you know, like length of time.
I think movies is different. Like
Yeah,
it's
movies
just
still
different
like prestigious
analytics.
and shit.
But
Yeah.
Mr. PBC, let me get to this call. Mr. PBC, what up?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I like how we just talking about with the remaking. People are reanimating or remaking a lot of stuff, like especially music. Like a lot of this ratchet music is using like Ashanti beats, and I get confused. I gotta listen to a whole song to even know if it's Ashanti. But like the boxing, David Benavidez versus Jesse Hart. I didn't know Jesse Hart was still in the game, but that's still a decent fight. 175 is really it's really slowed down. I mean, you had Anthony Yard fight some dude and ranking probably at 50 not too long ago. So then you got Buatsi fighting a dude we just kind of seen on the scene, you know, an entry level fighter dude. So obviously it shows that the UK 175 division is definitely slowing down 175. So that's why people can just jump in and be number one WBC. So I think David Benavidez versus Jesse Hart is a decent little warm up since he's already number one WBC, a mandatory next. But with the Canelo and Berlanga, I mean, I'm tired of talking about how Berlanga's going to lose. So I believe if Berlanga's really going to win, he needs to establish a jab and then try to time Canelo's, Canelo fights in spurts sometimes. I mean, the Hamid Mangia fight, he did show he's not doing that much. But he also showed that he's hot. He's disguising his spurts with a jab, so he can have a little break. So I feel like if he puts the pressure on Canelo, then he can probably be like a 1% chance of winning. That's my call.
All right. G-Von, what up?
Yeah. Good morning, TBV, man. Another beautiful day of boxing. Shout out to Canelo, man. Doing it all over again. Got everybody talking. It's crazy because whether people love him or hate him, they're here to check on him. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy to think that, you know, some people calling in and giving Berlanga like a big chance against him. Don't get me wrong, Berlanga has a chance. I'm not one of those guys that says he has 0%. That would be just stupid to say. Like somebody who's that big and that strong definitely has a chance. But at the end of the day, that's all that is to be said. Anything, well, as far as anything logical, it's crazy to hear these callers call in and none of them have any logical take on why Berlanga will win. It's just, well, he's Puerto Rican. You know, they talk about the rivalry. They talk about like two-tone. Talk about, oh, you see how he came in dressed? Yeah, he about to knock Canelo out. It's all nonsense kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Canelo's gonna do what he does, and he's gonna show why he is one of the greats. You get what I'm saying? The greatest Mexican fighter there has ever been, and you know he's already blown Chavez and all these other motherfuckers out the water, right? But you know I'm just here to support good fights, and people will argue and say it's not a good fight because you know what has Berlanga done, but at the same time, we always argue and tell people to fight the top 10, fight the top 5, fight the top people in the division. People must have forgotten how he got to be undisputed at the division. He beat all the top guys, all the champions, right? He beat undefeated champions. And right now he's going up against more undefeated guys, young guys. Munguia, young, undefeated. He bigger than him, right? He's going up against him. Berlanga, young, undefeated, bigger than him. Power puncher, he's going up against him. Canelo's continuing to show why he is him. You know what I'm saying? You've seen the clip, Ness. Canelo admits that he carried Munguia, and a lot of people will say, yeah, you know, a lot of people say that kind of stuff in it. But I mean, before he even said this, the reason why it was such a big deal that he said that was because it was already a narrative from fight night. Since the night of the fight, people were already saying, did you see how he held him up? Did you see how he hit him with that strong right? Munguia clinched up, and then Canelo grabbed him. Why would you grab a man after you land a clean right? You get what I'm saying? And on top of that, not even just clinch. Canelo clinched him up, pushed him up. This is all on tape. I mean, we saw it live, but at the same time, you can rewind this shit all the fuck you like. You know what I'm saying? People always like make these little stories up like, oh, I could have stopped him if I wanted to. But nah, Canelo could have stopped that man. But Munguia was a very respectful young man. You know what I'm saying? And Berlanga, nah, he hasn't been respectful. So it is what it is. Canelo's going to show you why there's levels to this shit. And, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Greatest of all time. You know what I mean? One of the best of our generation. And, well, the best of our generation. And, you know, it's fucked up because he's still going to move in and take the Bivol better beef fight before David does. That's crazy, man.
Your time.
Did he just say greatest of all time? My man is high.
I want to defend Two Tone because he was like, yo, you see how he's dressed? He going to win. And he brought that up. Yeah, he's going to steal the show, bro. He's going to steal the show. He's going to rob the bank, get all the clout, and win. And then you ask how? Come on. How? With his power, with his IQ, he's a new man. Just like you like, oh, Canelo ain't, he learned from so of course, Berlanga learned from when he slipped up and made errors. Every fighter says, I'm going to go watch the tape and I'm going to come back and build up better. I see it. I have that vision. I don't have the bloody shit. I see it going to be 80 to 70 come Saturday night.
80 to
Puerto
70.
Rico. 80 to 70, Puerto Rico.
Let's go.
Let's
Capicú,
go.
Puerto Rico.
What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on? Word. I wish I would have been able to say that this fight week, but it's not gonna happen, bro. My boy Berlanga about to get knocked out, bro.
Hey, listen,
about,
I thought Andy wasn't gonna do it either. That's the beauty of upsets.
I would love to agree with you as a fellow Puerto Rican, but it's just not gonna happen, champ. Like he hasn't knocked anybody out in like 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what a lot of people are missing out. Berlanga
just got a knockout, baby. We closer to a knockout streak than Canelo. Canelo ain't knocked nobody out since fucking Plant.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that part.
For argument's sake, because he knocked out McCrory, I'm gonna let you slide on that one. But before that, he ain't knocked nobody out since 2020, 22, I think it was, or something like that. I don't even know. 2020.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
homie. You Caribbean. You watch baseball. He was in a slump. We out that slump.
Out that slump. He was in a slump with Mojones.
Nah, bro. Listen. It was a mental slump. Think about this angle, right? It was a mental slump. Him and his promoter didn't see eye to eye. His future was to fight the biggest and baddest. His promoter, they didn't believe, just like you don't believe, and that's okay. It's your prerogative. It's your right not to believe, but Edgar had a different vision for his career. So he's in a slump because his promoter's giving him fights he can't get up for. He couldn't get up for that. The minute they told him Canelo's on the table, what'd he do? Bring the motherfucking power back.
His biggest win is Quigley, bro. And unfortunately, I mean, he looked impressive.
Common opponent with Andre. Everybody talk about Andre's this boogeyman. He beat Quigley.
Andre knocked Quigley out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking you. You bringing it up. I can't make your argument for you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Andre knocked Quigley out. You know what I'm saying?
You sure?
And I'm positive Andre knocked Quigley out, if I'm not mistaken. Hold up.
Oh, if you're not mistaken. I'm going to Google it. Go ahead with your call. I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, Andre knocked Quigley out in 2 rounds.
I mean, Andre's that. He's a 2-time champ.
Okay, so Berlanga took a decision, although he knocked him down a couple times, but he took a decision with him. So
didn't he get like 6 knockdowns in that fight?
Something like that. He got knocked
down in rounds 1, 3, 5, twice in round 12. Like, come on, man. It's his fault that Quigley was on survival mode. Don't nobody discredit Pacquiao for knocking down Algieri 6 times but not knocking him out.
But they ain't let the bird out. Chill, man. Let Algeria live, man.
Nah, they let him out the cage. I'm old enough to remember that phrase. That trainer made himself famous for that shit. Yeah.
Man.
You may
But
feel
man,
like it's your
just
time,
yeah,
but it's
man.
not
I
your
sent
time.
you that 79, 70. What is it called?
The
The
record.
amount of champions we want. Yeah. So, but all right, champ. I appreciate you, man.
Nah, appreciate you. Dub.
Yo, how the audio?
Straight.
Straight, that's what's up, man. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. The Breakfast Club of Boxing. Shout out to the panel. TBV community, we here. We here. Fight week. Many didn't think we would be here. Shout out to them. Many didn't think that PBC would have another big fight week in 2024. Honorable mention, Rick Glazier. Thought PBC would not be doing business. Said they would be going out of business in 2023, man. You can't get Rick on the show, Ness. I mean, I know you didn't got him on the show before. He respect the boxing voice. You
Nah,
can't get him on the show to talk about
he
this
don't
PBV event.
he don't really rock with me because I be saying that I
Oh, you
don't
be
cause I said I don't know where he works at.
okay. I mean, maybe because how much of a fool he looked like saying that the PBC wasn't gonna be able to pay Canelo, and then turn around, Canelo is doing business with PBC again and again. Maybe you don't want to come on and look like a fool, man, look like a hater, a stupid one at that. When Canelo gave a shout out to PBC and said they the best. He wished he would have been with PBC his entire career. Canelo regrets it. He got egg on his face and shit, man. You spit up in the air and sometimes it comes back down and hit you in the face. Shout out to Rick Glazier, man. You know what I'm saying? People that believe him. This pay-per-view, $90, most likely will do more pay-per-view buys than the $20 pay-per-view that AJ card coming up. And they both good cards. It's a crazy world we live in. That's why Ned say that, you got to come to America. This is a prime example. $90 card, $20 card. And it may do more pay-per-view buys. And you know why? Because Canelo's still the face of boxing. And he with the PBC. But Lunga has a puncher's chance, man. He do. He got Ness, you know how
But
you
the
go on the
question
puncher's
is,
chance.
do he got more of a puncher's chance than Ngannou had against Fury?
I would say yes.
I
I would
love
say
it.
yes.
I love
I would say
it.
yes. I would say yeah. He got more of a puncher
Yes.
chance. He got more of a puncher chance because he has more boxing acumen. He has more
That's
boxing
right.
pedigree
That's
than
right.
Ngannou. Hey
That's
man, we here,
right.
man.
We are
Real
here.
hardcore
We
shit.
are here.
Real hardcore shit. So Berlanga has a puncher's chance, but he's still going to sleep before round 8. 8 at the latest.
That's your
Berlanga
bet.
has,
That's your bet.
and Ricky, man, he's called a casual boxing fan for a reason. Berlanga has as much IQ. The IQ he showed was biting ears off. The IQ Berlanga showed when he got dropped by Marcelo, the guy that Diego Pacheco put out. The card is intriguing. I got Dan
He
Izzy
didn't
and
learn from
Laura.
that. He didn't learn from
People got
that.
to
You feel
remember
like
that
it's your
Laura got
time,
like 50
but it's
years
not your
old, man.
time.
So
Yo, not
shout out
only does he
PBC.
have a puncher's chance, he has a defense chance too, man. Come on.
Yo, that's another thing. Danny got. I hope Danny realized that he's not the Puerto Rican star he once was.
I think he realized that.
Danny is completely overshadowed here. Like, you don't even know. Like, bro, shout out to C-Dub that brought up Danny Garcia. Like, yo, like, wow. Bro, keep it G. Like, you ain't forget he was on the card?
I didn't forget. I was shocked that he was on the card, not yesterday when the fight originally had the first press conference.
You've been on the show, what now? This your third time back, like, in the last, let's say, 10 days? What, third or second?
Okay, let's say third.
Okay.
Let's say second in the week.
Okay, so the third, second in the week, and you ain't ever bring up Danny.
Nah, it never been hot topic, nah.
But that's my point. He's another Puerto Rican. Where's your backing? Where's your love? Where's the support for DSG?
I'm supporting. I'm gonna tune into that fight too.
But you ain't talking about it. You ain't giving
I
him.
didn't
You
it
ain't
ain't
giving
come
him.
up. Nah,
you ain't
it ain't
giving
come
him
up.
the dream speech like, oh yeah, he gonna be a champion. Cause yo, that'll make him what? 140, 147, three division champion.
I believe Danny's gonna win on Saturday night.
And if he become a champion at middleweight, anytime they talk about Cotto, they gotta talk about Danny next. Cause he middleweight.
Wait, this is for a middleweight, this is for a title?
Yep.
Danny's gonna be a champion Saturday night.
You think he could beat Laura?
Thanks for bringing him up. I think he can beat Laura. I think he gonna neutralize Laura with the left hook. Power.
Raj.
Might even put him on what's my man Trout legs. Remember? Yeah.
Raj with the $2. Roy Jones, Big Baby Miller, and Dillian White tested positive for syringe emojis. And I guess that's a counter for the guy that said everybody that tests positive is Mexican. But you can add Andre Berto to that list, add Lamont Peterson to that list. I can't think of any more.
You say you're not a historian, but you bringing shit up that I'm like, damn.
I mean, I'm a historian for my era.
I would need Google to find that.
I'm a historian for my era, but like before me is, I'm not. I tap out. Raj, $2. TikTok, YouTube, Shorts cater to short-term attention spans. With the crazy looking emoji. And we got Surge. What it do? Welcome back. Surge, remember you gotta unmute. Surge, you gotta unmute. Going once. 2 times. All right, maybe he didn't know he put himself in the queue. So we're gonna keep it moving. G-Von, I see you. Let me see if you got a counter. He sure enough do.
Sir, man, you already know. Anytime I raise my hand, you like to check on the cash app. But if I'm raising my hand again, then it guarantee the money's there. Hey, but look, man, I called back because I'm not even watching the show on YouTube, so I don't know who else is there with you. Is that Enrique?
Yeah, that's me, Enrique Church.
Yeah, man. Look, shout out to you for sticking up for Two-Tone, but I know times are desperate right now. Everybody, as long as somebody's lightweight defending Berlanga, you guys want him on the team. You get what I'm saying? But you could play back the show. He didn't say he's gonna steal the show. None of that.
We lost you.
He's gonna stop Canelo.
You said he didn't say he's gonna steal the show. What you said after that?
I said Two-Tone said, did you see the way he's dressed? Yeah, he's gonna stop Canelo. He's gonna knock him out. He didn't say nothing about stealing the show, none of that. I know a lot of people are like, impressed by all the glitz and glamour type shit. Two-Tone's one of those guys, and a lot of other people, the same way. But I just had to make that point clear that Two-Tone said based on the way he's dressed, he's gonna knock him out.
I'm like that too, though. I want to be.
But that's a shame.
I want to be entertained, not just on fight night, G-Von. It's more than just fight night.
I get what you're saying, but you're talking about the entertainment aspect of it, and I get that part. But to make your pick, if you're gonna make your pick based on somebody's style, somebody's hair,
Two-Tone is cut from your cloth, man. Y'all go for shock value. Y'all like shock value. Y'all like shock value.
Hey, look, Ness. I'm not even gonna get into all that because
he knew he was gonna get people to say things like this because if he say, "Oh, you see how he dressed, man," he's stopping Canelo.
Don't put us in the same boat, man.
He said he had to call a duty mask. Two-Tone crazy.
That shit was sick though. But nah, man, this me 24/7. You got people on the back call trying to get rid of me. Like it's crazy. It's not just a show, man. But I stand on what I believe, man. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, look, like I said, a lot of the people who are picking Berlanga, picking him for the dumbest fucking reasons, the most biased fucking reasons, and there's plenty of other people on this show and part of this community that have all lost money due to the fact that they stick to their biases too. I mean, make an educated guess based off of boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, of course, Berlanga has a chance, like he does. But who's most likely to win here? It's Canelo, man. It's simple. And at the same time, like I said, I believe that he's gonna
Yo,
stop
but you
Berlanga.
Mexican, right?
I mean, yeah,
All
heavy.
right.
But
Wasn't
There you
AJ
go.
more likely to win? But
what you mean?
Andy.
What you mean, bingo? Hey, why you call and say bingo? Because at the end of the day, who's more accomplished? Who has proven more? Who has beat
You may
fucking
feel like
19
it's your
world
time,
champions?
No,
Berlanga
for
hasn't.
sure.
but it's not
For
your
sure.
time.
But when you say who's supposed to win, AJ was supposed to win, but the Mexican won that night. Like
Yeah, that's a fact.
that's just how boxing works. But that
Boxing,
was the
everybody, the
bell.
opponent always got the chance. Yeah, shout out to you, man.
All right. Timbo Skay. Cruz, $2 super chat. Danny with the dub and Canelo 7-8 round. Excuse me. Canelo 7-8 round win parlay. Money bag emoji. Timbo Skate.
Yo,
You.
you hear me, yeah?
We hear you. From
Salute, Ness. Is that Enrique?
Yeah, man.
Enrique.
This Enrique. What's up, fam?
Well, go on, blood. Well, go on. Listen to me, man. Listen to this, man. Everybody follow me. Salute to everybody in the community. I hope everyone's having a great week. I hope everyone's family's well and blessed. Looking forward to the great bouts, border war bouts. Canelo Alvarez card, big bouts. You know what I'm saying to you? Danny Garcia, Lara, even pro box we got tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Good, very good fights on there. And listen to me. Follow me, man. Listen to me, man.
Jesus, you king. You're a king. And Saturday, you're going to be king, man. I love you guys. Thank you guys. All the Mexicans out there, all the Puerto Ricans, I love you guys, man. Thank you for the support. All the haters, I love y'all too, man. You know, shout out to the haters, man. I love y'all. Wow, I love y'all too. I love y'all. I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all push me for greatness, man. Y'all push me for greatness, man. Puerto Rico a la casa, puñeta!
This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. Listen, man. I understand. I'm a real fan of the sport. I'm a crackhead fan of the sport. We understand. Givon's right. The tables do look. The mountain looks very, very high. You know what I'm saying? It looks impossible for Berlanga to climb. But I don't give a f. I want a good effing fight on Saturday. I want to see an excellent card. I like Berlanga's energy. None of this pussyfooting stuff. And see why people was talking about earlier about Charlo, matching up to the greatest Puerto Rican fighters ever. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Carlos Ortiz, we're talking about Hector Camacho, we're talking about Wilfredo Gomez, we're talking about Miguel Cotto. It's very hard. Even though you get undisputed, it's very hard to cement him with those type of names because those guys gave us the fights that we wanted to see. So I'm looking forward to Berlanga to see what he does. In order for him to win and get this victory underneath his belt, it is very tough. It's very, very tough. Canelo Alvarez, a sturdy opponent. He's seen almost every style. You know what I'm saying to you? If I was Berlanga, I'm telling him, listen, man, I'm getting in your face all night. I'm getting up in your solar plexus, you short little old Mexican man. I'm going to piss him off all night. That's what I'm telling you. You need to get underneath Canelo's skin. Listen, I hope that they got his arm, they got his right arm, and tied it behind his back for the whole effing training camp so he can unleash that jab on him. Because we know Canelo Alvarez, he hates jabs. He doesn't like any type of jab. Golovkin, Bivol, even a Kovalev was giving him very multiple issues with that ramrod jab. So listen to me, Berlanga. You're bigger, you're younger, you could be possibly stronger. We need to see you. We need to that chin gonna get tested. That chin gonna get tested on Saturday. So we're gonna see what he's gonna come for. Listen, if he goes out on his shield, I have no problems. What he has to do is put a good account of himself, man. Good account. I want the best man to win because I do appreciate Canelo Alvarez. I like what he's done for our sport. You know what I'm saying to you? Berlanga, young, up and coming, hungry guy. We're still gonna see him in about another 5 to 8 years' time. This is what I want to see. Big bouts. Danny Garcia and Lara, that's a 50-50 bout. Catch weight. So I don't know if Lara can still make that type of weight at his age comfortably. You know what I'm saying to you? He did look healthy at the grander rivals. You know what I'm saying to you? And as for the pro box bout tonight, I'm looking forward to seeing Lester Martinez against my boy. Who's he fighting? Who's he fighting this?
Shoshan James.
Okay, so Shoshan James. I did see him. I did
Joshan
see him
James,
go up.
something like that.
I did see him. He had a funny two draws. I did see him. He had a funny two draws. I saw him on the Zanabek card when Zanabek knocked out Stephen Butler. He was on that card, if I'm not mistaken. But I did see him. He's a tough, sturdy guy, undefeated guy. You know what I'm saying to you? He's big for the weight. But Lesnar Martinez should take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Lesnar Martinez looking strong, putting a good performance in his last bout. You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm looking forward to that. There's some other multiple names on there I'm looking forward to seeing also. So, like I said, man, it's a great week of boxing. They had us starving, itching, scratching our ribs for fights. You know what I'm saying to you? We've been building up on the news. And one more thing, man. I'm happy to see Eddie Hearn and Leonard Ellaby in the same room, because last time Leonard Ellaby told the whole community, told the boxing world, told the whole public community, oh, he's gonna slap the shit out of Eddie Hearn. But this time, when it's about this, put your fingers together and start rubbing it. Everybody settles down and everyone stays composed and acts in a professional manner. You understand? So I'm happy to see those two guys, but locking horns. You understand? It reminds me of me and Eunice. You know what I'm saying? Like Billy Goats at the top of the mountain, knocking heads. So like I said, man, I hope everyone has a great day. You know what I'm saying? You look forward to the bouts. It's a great week. Great week. Yes, man, play that Puerto Rican music, man. Please, I love it, man. Play it, man. Please. Puerto Rico. Yeah, man. Salute, Enrique. Salute to the community, man. Thank you. And don't let your past haunt you.
Kevin, what up? Kevin, you got to unmute on Twitter.
Yes, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Okay, I heard Mr. CYP calling earlier talking about Jermell Charlo. It's not my fault that your favorite fighter is a bum when it comes to marketing. Okay, where he from? Houston? Where was Rap-A-Lot Records at? Where was Swisher House Records at? Where was Mike Jones and Paul Wall at to back your mans up? Nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, Berlanga got Jim Jones, Ja Rule, 50 Cent coming out the woodwork, Fat Joe and the Terror Squad. It's not my fault that our favorite fighter's a pay-per-view attraction. Ness, I heard another caller calling talking about, well, the only thing that qualifies him. Hold up, Ness. Hold up. I heard another caller calling talking about, well, you only want him because he's Puerto Rican. That's the only thing we need to qualify him. That's it. When a Mexican fight a Puerto Rican, the only thing we need to know is that he's Rican and he going in there. Berlanga Bugatti. Hashtag wartime. Berlanga world. And my TS chain will be on Saturday night. Ness, I'm out.
They mad. They mad. And then look, and then you're gonna get Baby Joker to call in. Look, all they saying is they gonna wear their TS chains. Bro, stop getting mad that we supporting. The TS chain is a representation of y'all ponchos and y'all sombreros that y'all wear every time Canelo fight.
Yeah,
Cause I can't walk in Las Vegas without seeing motherfuckers with their ponchos in their fucking head and they sombreros. So why dudes is mad we want to wear TS chains? Like, yo, y'all some fucking haters, bro. Like
that was my favorite caller today.
The
right
bottom
now.
line is that, man, people getting jealous that there's another fan base in town. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was quiet for a minute, but we back. You feel me?
Exactly. Yes, I feel you. It bothers me that most callers talk like Canelo is guaranteed to dominate Berlanga until the 8th round. And you putting your chips on the 8th. Come on.
That is the general consensus amongst
that's what I'm saying. It bothers me. Berlanga has a warrior spirit, and it shows. He wore it yesterday. He praised Jesus for it as well. You know, and I think he's there to take the big risk and aim for a KO for Canelo. He really means it. Just like that caller really meant what he said. I felt that call. He gave me goosebumps. Pause.
We got Spider Rico.
Spider Rico, what's up?
Grand Rising, God.
Grand Rising.
What's up, Enrique?
What's up? Salute.
You gonna be at? Yeah, salute. You gonna be at the? You gonna be at the Border Wars event?
Nah, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm not.
I like when you did the commentary in my last fight.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed your aura that time too.
Yeah, man. You took the time out to be the commentator. You know, I was outside of my body that day. I don't know what happened. I was afraid. I was really afraid.
I remember.
But yeah, you remember that, right?
Yeah, that was a real moment. That's why I said I enjoyed your aura that night.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I'll be like that. I feel like I'm gonna be like that on the 14th, bro. I promise you. I don't know what this dude. I don't know. They don't even tell me his real name. They don't tell
You
me
fighting a
nothing.
Puerto Rican?
What you
We
mean they
gonna.
don't tell you his real name? Maybe you don't listen to the show. Stop panicking. You about to get back into your head and panic again. You
Oh
know
yeah.
his name. His name
What's
is
his
Big
name?
Bay Quinn.
Right. Don't
And,
nobody know his name.
and you know his name because you got the Conquer app. You can see his government name because y'all both approved and accepted the fight. Stop selling a fake narrative, chicken.
No, I promise. I
I
promise. I didn't
promise.
see. I don't see none of that.
You don't see
I'm
none
doing.
of that.
I'm a. I operate off faith. That means you know what faith is. That means a person operate off faith. They go without seeing.
Man, you
Yes.
operating off assumption. You came on here saying stuff that you know
Look,
ain't true.
Big Bay Quinn is the only thing I know. That's not a real name. Okay.
Bruh,
I see what you mean.
I'm just telling y'all.
his real
I'm just
name, I said it on the show. I don't remember it
right.
off top, but I told you,
Right.
you
He
can
ain't
see
talking
it.
about his
You can
government
see.
name, man.
Right.
No, I said
Right.
his government name on the show as
He not
well.
talking about the government name.
Right. Right. No. No. Nestor don't know the government name. Nobody know his government. I don't know. I just know that
I do
I'm at
know
the
it, man.
airport.
I'm done with you.
What?
I'm done with you. You say what you want.
Right. Right.
You scared.
Yeah.
You
That's
at the
right.
airport.
That's
You
right.
at the airport and your nerves kicking in. Yes, so that's what you're trying
No.
to tell us. You at the airport and your nerves kicking in.
No. No. I'm fine. No,
You
I'm trying to
fine.
keep it calm, cool, calm, and collected. I'm gonna think slow and I'm gonna move fast. That's what's gonna happen. I'm just calling in to tell y'all, check in with my family and tell everybody, I pray for we and me that Allah guide us to ways of peace and safety, the straight way, never to go astray. This is Esteban from Oregon with love. I'm gone.
Yo, I have border war pictures from that night. It show up in my memories of the shit that I shot on the film camera. And I got the picture of Spider Rico backstage trying to like be in the calm space. I remember the whole like wasn't gonna come out and fight.
Word. He panicked just like he panicking now. Cause
But he came out and fought though
he
and
did.
won.
He did. You right about both. He did.
He had a Mike Tyson moment.
Word. He certainly did.
So I enjoyed it. Yeah, man.
DC3. We got DC3. Lay off the coat, Kevin. No H-Town slander. Well, he wasn't slandering H-Town. He was saying that's not our fault that Houston rappers ain't support Charlo the way that the East Coast is backing,
Was it Chris
Berlanga.
Brown with Charlo?
There you go. Look, Big Bay Quinn, member for 6 months. Quindell Evans is his real name. So you can stop being scared. You
Bro, I
accepted
thought
the
he was
fight.
talking about some other 6 dimension shit, Spider Rico. I don't think he was talking about the name. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
you
don't know.
said the name, you said the government name, and like, why does that matter? You
Nah,
know?
I ain't say the government. He said he don't know the government. And I was like, I don't know it either, like off top. Like I
You
said
brought
it,
up, but you brought up the that app. You said y'all both agreed, y'all both was approved and
yeah,
agreed,
on
and you
Conquer
saw
app.
his name.
So you can
Yeah,
see his name there.
but then I think he was talking about something else
I
because you
mean,
know
you
how
might
he
be
thinks.
right. You know how he is. He is extra
Yeah,
dimension, galaxy,
yeah, six
Guardians of the
dimension type
Galaxy
shit.
shit.
So yeah. That's what I was like, yo, I know what you saying. I get it. Yo, he don't even know his name. So he talking about his whole lineage, ancestry, tribe type shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Cruz.
run. I'm gonna run though. All right, Nestor.
I appreciate you,
Everybody,
man.
yo, peace, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Later.
Later.
Cruz, $2. He says, gonna be a lot of crow eating. Laughing out loud, Puerto Rican flag. CYP counter, don't see you. DC3 trying you yet again. We got Jonathan Sims with a counterpunch for CYP,
Yo,
courtesy
Nish,
of TBX. Yo, DC3, what up?
you, you know, you know, I already called it a couple times and said who I feel like gonna win. But yo, Kevin, man, bro, like it's cool to, discredit a fight and all that, but don't slander the city, man. You know what I'm saying? We do champion our fighters, but our art is not as big as these Drakes and Kendricks and all that. If you really from the city, you know that we show love to the Charlo. I'm from Houston and we don't speak on them because they got shit going on outside of boxing, family shit. So man, look, all that yelling and screaming, lay out the white girl, man. Lay out that powder. Stop playing with your nose. Come on.
You had bad service for one, and for two, I'm with him. I'm with Kevin. That's not our fault. Houston rappers ain't come to the support. Now, don't get me wrong. I seen Chris Brown show them love, and I think the Migos in the past, but like it hasn't been like this. Like on a fight week where you got people FaceTime and literally creating content to get the buzz going. You gotta respect that. CYP counter, and remember you got one from Jonathan Sims, courtesy of TBX.
Yeah, hold on. Let me walk to the office. You got a break and then you do hamstring curls when you're done. Yeah. Hello? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to remix? Hey, Joe, I think that was Joe Pilot. Joe, I could have swore, correct me if I'm wrong, you said that the Berlanga fights Canelo, you can see it doing numbers like Charlo versus Canelo, but then you dish Charlo's popularity, but you say Berlanga's going to do the same numbers.
No, you're confusing Joe and Kevin.
Well,
Joe said Joe said the numbers.
Ask him.
Kevin said the Houston stuff.
Okay, cool. When he called back in, ask him what the number's going to be since Berlanga's so fucking popular. Because I'm confused here because Charlo had a pay-per-view before he had a pay-per-view with Canelo. Before he had a pay-per-view with Canelo, he had one. Whether it's successful or not, they believed in him enough to put him on there. Nigga, do you realize that no matter who Canelo was fighting, this was going to be pay-per-view? Y'all know that, right? Like, it kills me when y'all do the weird shit. Like, what has your fighter done by himself? Not a goddamn thing. And I'm going to tell you something. I ain't got no problem with the Puerto Rican fan base, but I'm starting to. Because I'm starting to realize that y'all ain't no different than the Mexican fan base and the Filipino fan base and the UK fan base. You just have a problem with the way niggas been dominating. You do. Like Charlo ain't got shit to do with Berlanga. Nothing. Ain't no need to diss Charlo. Charlo ain't got nothing to do with this. It's always a fighter that seems to seep into y'all vocabulary.
CYP,
when he ain't got shit to do with it.
You brought him in when you said if he would be.
No, I did not.
You said if he were Puerto Rican, he would be a legend, and we agreed. And then
why did I say that?
And then
Why
that
did I
caller
say that?
responded to that by saying it's not his fault.
You are definitely confused, homie.
Okay.
And don't have me bet you. He triggered it. And I came in and said, you're going to disrespect Charlo, but if Charlo was on that list, thank you, he said he ain't going to be running like a kitten, like Charlo. Remember that?
Again, but you're debating with two people, brother. That's what you're not getting.
I don't care who it is. He said I brought it up. I did not.
All right.
I didn't bring up nothing. They say Charlo running like a kitten. CYP came in after that. Like, keep up with the show. Don't worry about my beef. Okay, don't put yourself in my beef. Because if you want to bang Berlanga, I'll bang on you too. Because he about to get his ass whooped. Period. Ain't nothing you can do about it. He about to get his ass whooped. So promote him all week. But when he get his ass whooped, take it like a man.
That's
don't go making
ironic.
no excuses. Take it like a man when he get his ass whooped, because he was supposed to get his ass whooped. He's super underdog for a reason. It's cool. Love your fighters. But if you're going to put somebody else down, make sure your fighter is greater than him. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Cut it the fuck out. Worry about Canelo whooping your motherfucking ass.
You want your other one?
Oh, yeah, let's run this motherfucker. You know I got money. And shout out to TBX. I'm sitting here giving Canelo his props because for one thing, I'm going to tell y'all, I've seen every single Canelo fight and paid for every single pay-per-view. You could literally dislike a man's moves and still be a fan of him and boxing. I definitely like Canelo. I think he is one of the best Mexican fighters of all time. I like Marquez myself. But I do understand why you could put Canelo over Marquez. But I personally like Marquez. But I do get what Canelo has done for you to say he's number one. Don't get it twisted. But I always have to bring up the computer raw shit because that's when I stopped being such a fan, where my fandom went down a little bit because when you have to cheat for your biggest fight, that shit bothers me. That bothers me. But other than that, Canelo is that dude. Then you run into David. David to me is the guy he needs to fight at 168 to be solidified as the people's undisputed because David was the number one guy at that division. He was number one. He wasn't 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to beat that man. That's how I feel. Hey, and if y'all think I'm lying about this, ask the back call members, what did CYP say? Undisputed to me, I said this years ago, undisputed to me is when nobody else thinks that you're not the best at your division. If there's a dispute that you're the best, I don't care if you have all 4 belts. If there's somebody in there that they think could beat you and you're not fighting them, then it's a dispute. It's called undisputed, not disputed. Not disputed champion. That's the only issues I have with Canelo. But Berlanga is nowhere near Canelo level at all. And y'all taking these participation trophies sounding like little bitch boys. I'm keeping it 100 with you. You sounding like pussies right now with participation trophies. Well, he's a box office. Motherfucker, he ain't never been nothing but boxed in. He ain't never been nothing but boxed in and called into the boxing office for biting dudes. Y'all need to cut the bullshit. Berlanga about to take that L. He's lucky that he has a country behind him. That's why he got the fight, not because of nothing else. And if you think he's such a star, I ask any of you who repping Berlanga, okay, we know he's gonna lose. So let's just bet on popularity. Another $100 bet. If this fight does $1 million, does 1 million buys, whoever DMs me first will get that bet. You ain't got to pay me shit. If this fight does 1 million buys because he's so popular and it's such the green print, you get $100. CYP giving away $100 like they cars up in this motherfucker. Hit my DM right now, CYP athletes. You get $100 free if this shit does 1 million buys because Berlanga and the Puerto Ricans are such a big fan base. Nigga, please. I'm gone.
The jealousy runs deep with this one. Let's clear some things up. Joe Pilot is the one that brought up Berlanga, guaranteeing that Berlanga would perform better than Charlo and called him the cat or the kitty cat and asked me to play the soundbite. CYP gets triggered because Charlo's his favorite fighter, calls in to say if Charlo were Puerto Rican, he would be a legend. Kevin calls in to say that it's no one's fault, but, Houston's, fault that Charlo isn't bigger and that, that city's representatives didn't champion for him. That is the timeline. It's 2 different people. So when he called in saying, well, you brought up this, you're talking to Joe Pilot, who brought up Charlo's poor performance and guaranteed that Berlanga would have a better one than that. The other guy is the one talking about the lack of backing from Houston. Cut creator, $2. Berlanga needs to come out to Lean Back song. Okay, with the song emoji. We got Treese in Ohio. What up?
Y'all.
Yo.
What up, though? What up, though? Yeah, man. Hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you. This Charlo slander, this shit getting out of control, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas talking about my man's not a... Man, get the fuck on, man. My boy's a star. When Charlo fight, when any of the Charlos fight around this motherfucker, that's a fight night, gang. We ain't gonna hold you up. That's fight party worthy. Fuck you mean. Them Charlos, them my guys. We backed them. They wanted to... Yeah, they part of the violence team for sure. But, this Berlanga shit, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This shit, man, listen. Everybody with some sense know that he finna go in here and get his shit knocked loose. All I'm praying for is that he come in and bring a little bit of violence. Like, you at least attack Canelo. Like, if you gonna go down there and get put down, don't get put down like a puss. Like, I don't even want to get this. Don't get put down like a pup. You feel me? Go get put down like a big dog. You feel me? Take a chunk of flesh. You feel me? when Canelo puts you down, at least, take a nice little chunk out of him. But like I say, man, I think this Berlanga cat, like, he should be in the mix with who my man fighting tonight on the pro, Lester Martinez and shit. This the type of fight that Berlanga should be having is with Martinez. Like, he shouldn't be in here with no Canelo. Anybody with sense know it. The man is definitely ducking Benavidez. I know niggas talking about, he done ran up to 170. Man, listen, ain't no running, man. The man, like, fuck it, I can't get the fight. What the fuck you want me to do? Sit here and watch Canelo fight? That don't make no sense, bro. I got to fight too. I got to stay active. I got a career to build my damn self. So y'all got to cut this shit out. But with this pro box shit, hey, ain't my man Joe Sean James, ain't he the one who got that nasty ass shag that they be having in Dallas, like in Texas and shit?
Yeah. What you mean?
That shit.
That's the Earl Spence
Hey, I don't
shag.
like that shit, bro. Like, I know that man. What's that man? Yellow Beezy be wearing that dumb ass
That's
shit.
that
Bro.
Earl Spence shag, man.
That shit gross, man. He need to shave that shit off. Hopefully Lester Martinez knocked that off of him. You feel me? but this shit. But yeah, man. Hey, shout out TBV. Shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. Border wars, man. Midwest Mafia shit. You hear me? From Iowa to Indiana, from Ohio to Minnesota, you feel me? To Milwaukee to Wisconsin. We doing it. Yeah, we'll see you there. September 14th, man. Midwest Mafia will be in the building. Y'all be cool, man.
All right, man. Drew, what it do?
Yo, de lo mío, how are you?
Straight.
My kind of show, Ness. We got all the cultures, ethnic groups, races, bigging up their chest. CYP talking black dominance. The Caribbean Latinos uniting against Mexican dominance. I love it. It's my kind of show. Look out for my and Gio's podcast, Wet Blacks, coming soon. Shout out to Treese. And it's a movie, baby. We manifested this fight for different reasons, Ness. You wanted to fight. I wanted to fight. But it can't be denied that man from New York has a following. He has an aura. He has more of an aura than the last 3-4 Canelo opponents. Can we agree? He got more aura than Caleb Plant. He got more aura than Jermell Charlo. And I don't know why man's is hating on it. Let's just enjoy this dominance. All the raza is gonna enjoy it. What did them Caribbean Latinos do when they cornered? They start biting. The Puerto Ricans biting like Berlanga. The Haitians biting cats and ducks in Ohio. So we just gonna watch them scatter, and then come September 15th, you're gonna see them Puerto Ricans turn into Josue Vargas. If you know, you know. That's my call.
Juan Houston. Juan Houston. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. Put this episode in the eyes of boxing fans that don't know we rock out every day. Jorge, Mexico, what up? Jorge, you got to unmute. All right, Juan, trying you again.
Yo.
Yo.
Okay. What's up, TVV? Shout out TVV. Good morning, brother.
What up?
Brother Ness. Nah, I just wanted to kind of put my 2 cents in on the, oh, by the way, man, on my bookie, Berlanga, you put $20, it'll pay $150. So anybody, looking to put a little something on an upset. But now I wanted to chime in about the Charlo thing, about them not supporting people, not really supporting Charlo in Houston. And I'm gonna tell you from personal experience, I fuck with a lot of dudes that's in the game, you know what I'm talking about. And they got bread. So a couple of dudes, like 2 times, I tried to get somebody to go with me to a Charlo fight. And they like, who? Jermell or Jamal, whichever one was fighting. One time, I think they fought that Mexican dude that gave him problems. He fought him in Houston, and there was another one. But they be like, who? And I'm going to tell you, it's like the streets don't really know Charlo. Maybe the younger generation, I don't know. I'm in my mid-40s, right? But The way I notice a lot of sports peoples and rappers, rappers and sports people, they deal with each other, you know, is because they show love. You don't see Charlo just showing love. You don't see him messing around with people. You know, and I know people from Houston gonna call him and discredit me. But look, I'm SPC. I'm from the Southeast Latin sector. I'm on an album with K Reno. So we can shut all that right there. Don't believe me, DM me. I'll send you all the receipts. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with nothing but SPC niggas. J Doe, what's up? Manny Sauce, Manny Beza, Manny B, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with these niggas in the street. Been since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But people don't really know Charlie like that. That ain't boxing fans. I'm gonna keep it 100. But you know, that's all I got on. That's all I call the chime in on. Cause Charlo don't really, they just ain't really known. Like you don't see it on TV. Ness. Like I watch Fox 26 local news. I'm old school, so I watch local free news. You don't see them like making a big deal of their fights. You don't see them on Trader Truth be on TV more than them giving out bikes. What they doing on Thanksgiving? What they giving out? That's how you get known in the city. Rappers get love. People who are known drug dealers, people that are known to do stuff illegally, they get more love by local media than the Chargers. You know, that fight week, I remember when I was about to leave, I drove to Las Vegas to the TV fight party from Houston. And that whole week, the day before I left, I mean, you don't see nothing. The day before I left, you saw one little thing talking about, oh, there's going to be a fight, Jermell Charlo. They ain't showing. I mean, don't nobody really know them like that because they not getting with the people. They need to do stuff. They need to get out there and do more stuff for the. Hey, look, we're doing over this here for the kids. We're giving out backpacks. We're giving out this. We're giving out that. You know. But that's where I'm at with that Charlo, man. I just want to chime in and get my 2 cents on that. Ness.
You got it, champ. Juan Houston, appreciate you. Let's see here. Shot. Oh shit, Shaka, give me a minute. Look like G-Von got another one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look, man, I just called back in because it's crazy, man. I don't know. Maybe it's weird when I'm the voice of logic when it comes to shit, but then again, it's not because I always speak with logic. Just people never want to listen to it because the truth always hurts. You know what I'm saying? The truth is always something that's hard to swallow, right? So, I mean, we've had multiple people trying to call in and back Charlo and try to make it seem like anybody's trying to shit on him based solely off of his race or whatever the case might be, or whyever they think that he's not being supported. But at the end of the day, you know, it's crazy to see like certain people that always go off of facts and research, right? Talk about shit that goes against what the facts would tell you. The Charlos are not anybody who are stars. At the end of the day, what was Charlo and Castaño? Wasn't that free, Ness? You could correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I know the answer, but you know, this is just dialogue. But Castaño and Charlo,
I mean, for argument's sake, though, do you think Berlanga and Canelo would do better than Jermell and Canelo?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that's what's crazy about it because people think I'm just here to shit on Berlanga because he's Puerto Rican or whatever the fuck. No, I'm just telling you that based off of logic, Canelo is going to beat Berlanga. Does Berlanga have a chance? Yes. But I'm not basing anything based off of the
his thing is do better in terms of
yeah,
sales.
no, he's going to do better. He's going to do better. And he could say it's because he has a country backing him or whatever the fuck case might be. But technically, Puerto Rico ain't even a country. They C-class Americans. Everybody knows that. They are legally able to be here. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They're Americans. But, you know, that's besides the point. Charlo Castaño, that was free. That was not pay-per-view. I got a phone call. But a matter of fact, both Charlos, right? Because they're both stars. Both Charlos had a double header. And that shit did less than 100,000 pay-per-view buys. I mean, if these dudes were really stars, how people claim to be, and stop disrespecting them just because you know you jealous of this, that, or that. Nah, man. Some people just aren't stars. And at the same time, too, even when it comes to boxing, this is the crazy part, too, because I'm telling you that Canelo's gonna knock out. Another phone call. Shit's busy, man. But you know, but at the same time, Berlanga is there to fight. We all know that Charlo started to run against Canelo. Charlo, out of his own mouth, has said, I went up there and I tried to hit him, and he didn't feel none of my punches. None of them. That came out. That's why I also think it's crazy that people throw fucking logic out the window when it comes to being biased based off of race, based off of all this other bullshit, right? Because they keep insinuating that fucking Bud is gonna go out there up there and knock out fucking Canelo. But Charlo, somebody who's AKA a knockout artist at 154, went up there and is telling you he didn't feel none of my punches. But let them tell you that Bud's different, right? But he is different because he's older and I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of this stuff just makes zero fucking sense. But facts are facts, and Berlanga's gonna be there to fight. Berlanga tried to take somebody's neck out when he thought he was gonna lose. When he thought he was gonna lose, he tried to bite a motherfucker to death. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad Berlanga wants to win. So he's gonna be there to fight. He's not gonna run. He's not gonna kneel down in front of Canelo like fucking Charlo did. Charlo looked like he said, "Give me a minute. Give me a little breather." You know what I'm saying? Remember when Charlo at every fucking press conference was like, "Thank you, Canelo, for this opportunity. I hope that after this we can be friends and play PlayStation together." Berlanga's saying, "Nah, fuck you. I'm gonna shit on you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna knock you out, old man." It is what it is. Berlanga's there for a fight. Charlo's not. Both of the Charlos are not stars. One of them is MIA, man. Shout out to you, Ness.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
CYP counter.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you get on a press conference and say you're going to kick somebody's ass, that means
Tommy.
You got me?
Yep.
Shout out TVB. Trying to hear this damn thing. I can't hear it. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
All right, cool. Uh, um, the talk about the Charlo and not being, as big as he is. I mean, I don't know why people acting like they don't want to say it. Like he's a black man that don't get supported by most black people. That's it. And I met I met him for big Charlo a little cooler than him, like a little more friendlier. But Jamel always got a little attitude about him, so that could be an issue too. But I mean, you know, him and Earl pretty much kind of sort of from the same place, pretty much did the same thing in their career, and Earl is way fucking bigger than him. The beginning, I would say, was I saw Earl get that cosign from Floyd, which put his name on the map, and then he went to winning. Then he went to winning then, and but it's us people. It's like don't be sitting here acting like it's us. Like us as black people don't support all black fighters like that, even the ones that fucking unify a division. You feel me? So if we stood behind our black fighters like the Puerto Ricans do, no matter how good or bad they is, what they accomplished or didn't accomplish, the Mexicans, whoever, Jamel would be a really big motherfucking star right now. And the same thing with Crawford, but that I would say that similarities was sometimes their personalities didn't really mesh with what people want to talk to and get to know and shit like that. But I mean, other than that, it's just that right there. It's staticky on my end. Is it staticky on your end?
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, man, it's just that. So if the man, had us backing him like the Puerto Ricans and as backing Berlanga, whatever. But shit, y'all as black people, what's gonna happen? Chris Colbert was getting a little buzz, do. He lose a fight, y'all shit on him. That's what black people do. They shit on him. Like you just the Mexicans ain't shitting on Munguia right now because he lost. They're not shitting on him. But if that was any black fighter, that's what y'all would do. So, but that's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Let's see. Who is next on the line? Rez, what up? Trying you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
What up, Nas? Your view today?
Say again?
You may feel like
Just
it's your
you today?
time.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, man, I came to call to shout out the Berlanga supporters. Yeah, it make no logical sense to bet on him to win, but shit.
Rez, you breaking up big
If
time.
you're hear me now?
Yes.
But you gotta understand, like logically, even if you're in betting man, like the values on Berlanga, it's way too good to pass up. Like even put a 25 down on the knockout, get you 500, bro. Like 25, that's an eighth right there, bro. Like even for a puncher's chance, like you can't deny that Berlanga did knock out people for the first round for a little time or for a good while. And that's all the proof you need that he has power. It doesn't matter if the opposition was good or not. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to knock out a person. No matter if you're a butt puncher or not. But shit, I'm very excited for the card this Saturday. I'm also excited for Border Wars. It's gonna be the first time me watching it, so I'm excited to see what's it about. Can't wait to see you commentate Ness. Cause trust, I've been going to your live stream with cards, and your commentary be funny as hell and very good as well. So obviously can't wait to see the Border War fights.
Appreciate it, champ. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but that's my call next.
All right.
Uh,
Jorge, you got to unmute, champ. We got One Way Rizzo, $2. Pod called Wetbacks. Obsessed with race? Weird. No clue what he means because we're certainly not called that. Jorge going once. Jorge going twice. Jorge. All right. Last call for alcohol. Nest GTO. Instagram and Twitter right back at it at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. Peace.